All right. Happy Friday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing on this fine Friday morning? Good to see you all. Already got some people coming in. Yeah, Andrew, what's up, brother? Always good to see you up on here, man. Shad, good morning. I appreciate you guys jumping on. Hey, Shad, why don't you start this off here? I want to get post a link below with the your shows this week. How's everybody doing? On hold with passport peeps. Oh, that's always fun. On to concert last night. Man, Andrew. Oh, did you went to that? I had a couple other friends, longtime friends that up in Nashville now. They actually live in Knoxville. They came out and down there and went to that concert. I had saw Motley Crue when they were in Phoenix with Poison and the New York Dolls, but this was like way back in the day. Loved it. How was it? Was it a good concert? Because I hesitant, like, they're getting a little older in age. It's like, can they still put on a good show? Kind of a thing. Mark, Patriot Pride. Good morning, brother. How you doing? Christina, good morning. Sis, how are you? Oh, it was awesome, man. See, and I was contemplating. I see they're on tour, and I was like, am I going to this one? I might have to go see them now. Oh yes, Patrick Burt. Thank you, Shad. I appreciate it. Thanks for putting that up there. Mark, you live in the dream. I love it. Mark, I got to get in touch with you. I got a special guest that you guys should have on your show. Another veteran musician. Oh yeah, Shad, that's a good one there. I love Doc's music. I'm glad he's got that album coming out. That's good. Andrew, TSP, the Scuttlebucket podcast. Yes, we need to discuss that and get a hold of your buddy, partner in crime there. Man, thanks for jumping. Man, I love this. I love this. Already interaction. I even started a whole 35 seconds early today. So thank you all for that. And it's July. Can you guys believe that it's July already? Right? Second half. It's part two of 2022. That's what I called this one today, I think. I don't remember. Whatever. Part two of 2022. What are we doing, guys? What are we going to do for the second half of 2022? Are things going to get crazier? We don't know. Maybe. Hopefully not. Too much more crazy. I'm trying to kind of back that up a little bit so you guys can see the tie. Now this is normally the one I normally wear, right? And I said I would change ties up for holidays, but you can't change this one, the old red, white, and blue, for Independence Day weekend, right? Who's ready for the 4th of July this what is it, Monday, I think? What are you guys doing? Let's see here. Andrew, what do we got here? Next is Woo! Nice. Awesome. Um, Let me silence this here. I thought that got silenced. All right. Yeah, Independence Weekend. What are you guys doing? Anybody got plans? A lot of people do the fireworks and the barbecue and that kind of thing. Uh, Honestly, I have no idea what we're doing yet. Junior's home from college, so we'll see what he wants to do. Um, so yeah, let's. I'm hoping it's going to be a good weekend. I'm hearing here locally, out where I'm at, that there's going to be some fireworks and stuff this year. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes there's fireworks and it's not the Fourth of July. Fourth of July. So, um, happy Independence Day weekend, everybody. Whatever you decide to do this weekend, uh, be safe, be smart about it, and have a good time. If you're doing the fireworks thing with family and friends and doing the backyard barbecues and stuff like that. I wish nothing more but the best and peaceful weekend for all y'all. Seriously. Next week, I'm going to say this real quick because next week I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here next week. I'll be here, but not here. Now, we're going to be down in our nation's capital next week. We are going to be live down from Mount Vernon, D.C., Mount Vernon area, suiting up some transitioning veterans with JB Auto Clothiers, and maybe we'll even do the show from the Potomac. We'll see. But I want to give you guys a heads up on that. Doc, how you doing, brother? Love it, love it, love it. Man, you guys are on point this morning. I'm digging this. We share this if you would, because the old interwebs likes to block our freedoms and our positivity and stuff. So share it as you see fit. I appreciate you guys jumping on. Let's move on here. I got a couple announcements to make here. Actually, the first one I want to make is there's an event coming up next. Actually, it's next month. It's actually in August, but I'm going to bring it up today. There's an organization called God's Good Table, and these are some really great people, and they have a nose to tail nutrition weekend at Polylace Farms. And if you go to godsgoodtable.com, it's August 12th through the 14th, and it's basically the importance of animal foods and human diet from both nutritional and from a biblical standpoint. Very, very interesting stuff. Some wonderful people. This is really, really cool what they're doing from the raising your own animals, from basically from yard to table. Kind of a thing. So if you're into gardening and into farming and stuff like this is right up your alley. You guys are going to love this stuff. Again, that is, go to godsgoodtable.com and you can register there. The event is August 12th through the 14th. So yeah. Let me see here. I got to catch up here. Mark, we need some consistency. I know, right? I tell you about it. I'm always, yeah, I know. I got to get somebody on here that be more consistent than me. Doc, what do we have here? Oh, yes. Hey, listen, those of you that are reading this, you come on, if you're on right now, or if you're seeing this later in the day or throughout the weekend, Malachias has got a Reverb Nation. This guy's got a set of pipes on him, and it was actually shocking to me when I first met it, because knowing Doc, great friend, and I knew he sung in the past, but I'd never really heard him sing. And then I saw him sing live, and was completely blown away by it. Great voice, and he's got a album coming out, so support it. Go check out Legacy by Malachias over at Reverb Nation. All right, guys, we got to clean up the act here a little bit because Gabriel Wren is on. So let's clean it up here, folks. Let's clean it up. Gabe, good morning, brother. How you doing, man? Appreciate you jumping on, guys. What are we doing for the second half of the year? Seriously, and I say we, like we as a people, we as a whole. What are your goals? Have you thought about your goals and what you're trying to accomplish this year and what you're going to do for the second half of 2022. This has really kind of weighed heavy on my mind lately, because I can't believe that it's already July, and we got some very lofty stuff, coming up here as a whole with Heroes Media Group, our sister companies. We have HMG Beverage, which I'll talk about here in a minute. We also have HMG Distributing, which is another one of our sister companies that we have. And then, I got my hands in a slew of other businesses that I'm, equity owner in and whatnot. So there's a lot coming on just from me as a on a personal side of things, but it's exciting. I'm excited, and I'm focusing on that excitement as opposed to the other crap that we see the propaganda machine that we call the mainstream media and whatnot. So I'm excited for the second half of 2022 because things are growing. Oh, Shay Sparks, it's early where you're at. I'm assuming you're still on the road. You and I need to touch base because miss your voice. So we got to link up here. What do we got here? You guys are you, you guys are hilarious. I love you guys. Keep talking amongst yourselves in there. I love this. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. So, yes, second half of 2022 is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm putting it out there in the universe right now. I'm putting it out there for each and every one of you guys that have shows, businesses, personal lives, whatnot. All of you, 2022, the second half, it's going to be a great year for all of us. Chris, good morning, brother. How are you? Appreciate you jumping on. Love it, love it, love it. Let's hear what else. I mentioned HMG beverage, and we if you go follow HMG beverage or at HMG beverage on Facebook, we got a Facebook page up finally. We are doing, we're back. We got the coffee subscriptions up. A lot of you have been asking about it. I've been slowly talking about it. July 15th is we're doing pre-orders right now. From now until July 15th, you will receive, if you sign up for a monthly subscription, you will get a 1 pound bag of coffee with your subscription absolutely free. So go to hmgbeverage.com. You can sign up for your monthly subscription there. Or you could just go to order at hmgbeverage.com. You'll see a list of the different blends that we offer currently right now, and you can sign up. If you sign up, you're going to get a free bag, a 1 pound bag with your order. So check that out and let me know what you guys think. So, Chris, I didn't pitch for. Hey, Chris, if you're driving through this area or near this area, let me know. Shoot me a text so we can link up. Oh, what else do we got? Man, it's such a beautiful day. It's nice out. I think it's going to be a good weekend, folks. I really do. I really do. Tell you what. What do we got? Hey, Thursday's Thought. How many people saw this week's Thursday's Thought? What was Thursday's Thought this week? It was limiting beliefs does not equal facts. I didn't get a lot of likes or dislikes per se on this. There wasn't a lot of engagement on this particular one. I had a couple of people private message me on this particular post, but I thought it was interesting. Limiting beliefs does not equal facts necessarily. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? Let me know. All right, let's get into the shows because there were some just awesome shows this week. Let's see here. And we're going to start off with yours truly, The Decision Hour. It's been a while since I put out an episode, and I put one out this week. So this week, I had my buddy Don Martin on the show. Now, a little bit of a back brief. I met Don a couple months ago down in Memphis, Tennessee for a veterans event. Don's a great guy. And he's a successful businessman. He's just awesome at building relationships and networking with other entrepreneurs. And his Rolodex is absolutely amazing, huge. We discussed networking, helping others, and he's got a new project now for veterans called the Veterans Biz Connect. And I will, as always, I'll post it below here after the show. But if you go to veteranbizconnect.com, you can check it out. A lot of people, and let me ask you this. This is actually a great question, I think. How many of you out there that are watching right now or that have a business, or how many of you go to network functions, whether it's like your local chamber of commerce or whatever, one of the other networking gigs that are in your area? Do you go to those? And if not, why? Because I think a lot of people are uncomfortable going to those kind of like you really need to step out of your box if you're not comfortable being around other people that you don't know, right? And it's kind of like weird, like, oh, I'm gonna hand a business card, blah 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 blah. I think they can be very exciting, quite frankly, because you never know who you're gonna meet. And I'm more of an introvert, but at the same time, I go to these things because they're necessary. I think necessary in a good way. Um, but with this Veteran Biz Connect, they're actually opening chapters around the country for veterans and people that support veteran businesses. You can actually network with other veteran businesses with Veteran Biz Connect. Shad, I know with what you're doing, pay attention to this. This is something you're gonna want to do. Um, if you go and one of the other things that they have at Veteran Biz Connect is something called veteranowned.biz. If you are a veteran-owned business, you can go to veteranowned.biz and for free and put your company in their directory, whatnot. It's completely free. Actually, one of the things that Don says is always always free, never a fee. Always free, never a fee. All of this stuff that Don's doing, he's creating for the veteran community right now. It's absolutely free to the veteran and the veteran business owner. So you gotta love it. It's actually pretty cool. So we talk about Veteran Biz Connect. We talk about veteran owned biz and what they're doing for veteran businesses. We get to know Don pretty well. Don was actually a former elite athlete. He was a pitcher and then went pro for a little while until an injury kind of messed that up for him. But now he is coaching entrepreneurs to success, and he's been coaching entrepreneurs for nearly 2 decades. And he's got a passion to help other people. So check that out. That's this week's Decision Hour. Let me see here. Yeah, 100% no extra time. No, Mark, I get it, man. I get it. You got to have the time to go to these events. And it's like, I hear what you're saying, Mark, but I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Got to make the time to do it. And that's not always the easiest thing. All right, folks, what do we got next? One of our newest shows, Rise Up Life on Fire from battle2b.org. Great episode this week. Krista is an awesome host, and we're happy to have her part of the HMG family. This week, she talks with Keith, who is a retired law enforcement officer with a lifetime of diverse service, his own experience with the darkness of PTS, occupational traumatic stress, have led to powerful passion and purpose. Keith is a speaker, author, and advocate whose personal story has been turned into a powerful film, From Sorrow to Amazing Grace, One Cop's Journey. Freaking awesome. That is so cool. I haven't watched it yet. Saw a little bit of the preview on the battle2b.org Facebook page, and this was really cool. It was a cool episode. So check that out. That's this week's Rise Up Life on Fire. And you can go to Battle2B Facebook page. And again, all of these will be posted underneath. Chris, dare I ask what you mean by 100%? Why do I feel like I threw myself under the bus there for something? All right, next up, we got the Arms Room Show. This week, they are discussing how to create failure points and keeping yourself accountable in solo training. You go out and you train on the range and whatnot, and you're hitting targets or you're doing something, and you think you're doing all right, but you don't really know until you kind of have somebody else out there. So create the failure points so you can keep yourself accountable. It's a good call. Learn it, be it. Check it out. That's this week's The Arms Room Show. Next up, we got Because Bikers Matter podcast. This week, David, host, talks about a cutting-edge roadside assistant card specifically for motorcycles. All you motorcyclists out there, and I know we got a lot of them that watch, check this out. That's Because Bikers Matter podcast. All right, next up, Pushing Back Chaos with the three amigos. Actually, one of the amigos was missing this week. This week, it was just Mike and Melon because Raph was I don't know. Raph was doing something. He was probably flying you guys around the country or yelling at you in the loudspeaker. Nobody really knows what Raph does when Raph isn't on the show. He says he's a pilot and he's flying, but he really doesn't know. And I say that busting his chops because I know he doesn't watch this, so we're good. We're good there. Um, but this week's pushing back chaos. It's kind of an everyday occurrence, is what they talk about, and it's you hear it and you see it. The people who are always causing ripples in the water of society, who who talk about entitlement, like they're entitled to something, like they're owed money or more gifts or more attention or time or blah 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 blah, whatever, right? And it, it it's just it's time. It's draining, quite frankly. How many of us out there generally enjoy being around those type of people that think that they're entitled to whatever? I don't personally. Um, on the flip side to all of that, though, we also interact with those who realize what they already have is good, and they're more humbled and they're grateful. They tend to conduct themselves in a humble approach to everything that they encounter and bring about positive energy that can spread like a brush fire. And that's what it's all about, right? Spreading that positive energy. So this week, Mike and Mellon tackle kind of these two perspectives. And like I said, it was just those two this week. So there's two questions that Mike asks this week. And question number one is, what do you feel entitled to? And number two, what are you grateful for? I think these are really two solid questions. Um, what do you think you're entitled to? More importantly, I think, is what are you grateful for? So that's a question that these guys are asking you this week. And when I post this down here, come on back and answer these questions. We'd love to hear your guys' response to those questions. So check that out. That's this week's Pushing Back Chaos. Let me see here. I'm entitled to a phone call. So, hey, listen, Gabe, you're gonna have to talk to the guard about that. I don't know, or you're entitled to a phone call from me. I'm not really sure. Not being specific, so I'm not sure if you're talking about, get a hold of the guard and let him take you to the payphone or what. But Mark, what do we got here? A couple of those floor. Yes. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Mark, that's funny. Yep, positive mission. Love that. Entitled, not to a damn thing. Yeah, there you go, Mark. I agree. I agree. Next up, all right, next up, folks, we got the Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal, Shay Sparks. And Shay has been on tour. Uh, we call it the West Coast tour. She's been all over the West Coast last couple of weeks. But this week, she speaks with Ken Carfargo. He's the host of Smart Cleaning School podcast, which helps cleaning business owners make the impact they were meant to make. New cleaners can tune in to develop their business owner mindset, grow their leadership skills, meet industry leaders, and learn how to set and achieve big goals to win for their families. Kind of cool. I've not had a chance to re-listen to this one. I remember it vaguely as I was listening to it during production, and this was actually pretty cool. I think it's cool just because it's a Smart Cleaning School podcast, helping cleaning businesses. To me, that's cool. I think that's cool. It's kind of out of the box type podcast, but it's specific for uh, cleaners and stuff. So that's cool. Check that out. That's this week's The Power of Investing in People podcast. What do we have here? Thankful for the amazing mission we are involved in. Yeah, Mark, you guys are doing a fantastic job. I'm proud of you guys over there. All right, next up we have Oscar Mike Radio with our man Travis. Was last night, actually. Oscar Mike Radio was last night. He was live last night with his guest, Keith, who he had met for the first time at the Dale Dorman Media Day back in April of 2016. And that's kind of actually back then is when the whole Oscar Mike Radio idea kind of kicked off. And that now we have that today, thankfully. So, Keith and Travis were still learning stuff back then. They're kind of chit chatting about stuff, and they were talking about a book, The Resilient Warrior, which you can now purchase on Amazon. They also discussed the new Top Gun Maverick movie, but which they thought it was pretty cool, but they had some bones to pick about it. So it was pretty interesting hearing some of the bones that they pick, and quite frankly, they make some good points with it. So check that out. That's this week's Oscar Mike Radio. Excuse me. All right. Next up, we have the Well podcast, women's expression on leadership, learning, and liberty. Excuse me. This week, author, coach, and speaker Lori Sudbrick has been helping leaders to improve their skills for a couple of decades, and her approach is not complicated. If practice, grit, is the foundation that can carry any leader through the toughest trials and tribulations, it's time for our virtues to rise, raise their heads again. So this is a pretty cool episode. Check it out. That's this week's Well with our friend and host, John Krotek. So check it out. Hey, Duncan. Long time no talk, brother. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you. All right. Happy Friday to you. All right, folks, we got a couple more. Hey, next up, we got your 6 at 6 with our friends over at the People's Patriot Project. Mr. Mark Peterson has been leaving comments in the comment section below. This is his department right here, the People's Patriot Project. You got to check it out every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. These guys get on and they put on a great show. They do it live from their Facebook page. So make sure you check it out because they always have great guests coming on. It's kind of like a round circle that they bring on. So check it out. We got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. You don't want to miss it. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Sunday night. Check it out. Next up, we got License for Love. This is one of the newer shows that we had that started in June last month. And this week, they didn't put out a new episode because they're recapping all of the first 4 episodes that they've had. And it's absolutely cool. So if you haven't checked out any of their episodes, make sure that you do. It's called License for Love. It's a great show. They've had several, their first month episodes were absolutely phenomenal. And they're hitting the ground running like that first month. Month 2, starting next week, is going to be even better. So make sure you keep your eye on these guys. Check it out. License for Love. Let me see here. Next up, we have Environmentally Speaking. Woo! Put your seatbelts on, folks. This one here. Are solar panels hazardous and toxic? It was a question that was written by one of their listeners. And it's a question that I've asked myself, quite frankly, to other organizations in the solar industry. It's something that I have some experience with. About 15 years ago, I was working with a solar company down in Arizona. And it was just kind of interesting. So, are solar panels hazardous and toxic? One of the previous episodes, they discussed solar panels, and a recent listener reached out, asked them a question. But before they get into it, they celebrate 50 years of the Clean Water Act being passed here in the United States. So, now the question was solar panels, hazardous, toxic, what say you? And the answer that they give, it really depends. And I didn't realize this until they broke it down, and I'm glad they did. So they take a listen because they break it down as to how the solar panels are toxic, or what part of the solar panel is toxic. Can they be broken down? But I think the biggest question that most people ask is, if they are toxic, what do they do with the solar panels afterwards? Because whether you know this or not, solar panels only have a life expectancy of about 25 to 30 years. So when solar started taking off, this was 25 30 years ago. So we're now getting to that point where the first solar panels are getting ready to expire. What are we going to do with those solar panels? find out. Listen to this week's Environmentally Speaking. It's pretty interesting what they had to say. So check that out. Next up, we got Time to Shine Today with our man Fergie. This week, burnout, proof your business, and fall back in love with your career. With founder of the Leadership Habit, Angela Hooper. Angie Hooper is the founder of Happy at Law and the creator of The Forgiveness Path and the Happy at Life Habit. She teaches executives, entrepreneurs, lawyers, and leaders how to find their confidence, break free from the suck it up buttercup burnout cycle, and burnout proof their business and careers. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of fun one to listen to. So check that out. That's this week's Time to Shine Today. Oh, you guys are amazing. Love you guys. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Stay with me. We got a couple more, some really cool ones here. Next up, we got Label Free Podcast. This week, Joey, I'm going to butcher his last name, and I was practicing this for a while. Joey Dolorison, featured in Fox, CBS, and NBC, along with being named one of the top business coaches in America for 2 consecutive years in the New York City Journal, or New York Journal, and Disruptors Magazine. Joey is known for helping realtors and small business owners unlock their pathways to success through creating accelerating systems of habits and total mindset. This is a really cool one as well, so check that out. Label Free Podcast. Next up, we got the MSEC Podcast. This is a very interesting one this week as well. Our friends over at the Military Child Education Coalition, this week, the MIC3. They're talking successful educational transitions. And MIC3 is a group that they have there at MSEC. It answers questions regarding military interstate compact and makes recommendations for families on how they can use this powerful resource. Listen, if again, active duty, guard, reserve, veteran, if you have kids that are of age and that are still in school, check out the Military Child Education Coalition. It's a nonprofit organization. They have a slew of resources for you and your children. You have to check it out. So that's this week's MSEC Podcast. Check it out. Last, certainly not least, we got the Ubaldi Reports. Listen, these guys, they have been doing a lot of live feeds on their Facebook page, and I guess you can see them over on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, look up Ubaldi Reports. It's just facts, no fiction. And these guys, they talk both sides of the aisle. It's very interesting conversations that they have. It's a good show. They put on a good show, so check it out. That's this week's Ubaldi Reports. Let me see here. Hey, got a favor to ask you guys. Got a new company. You heard me mention them, JB Auto Clothiers. They're doing a lot of good things for transitioning veterans. In fact, they're giving they're suiting veterans up as they transition out of the military. They got a Facebook page now. They're going to try to build that up. Go over to JB Auto Clothiers, show them some love. Shout out to my tax fella, Anthony, and his crew over there, keeping our books and keeping our taxes and stuff squared away. If you need any of that stuff, go check them out. Simper Savage, best salad dressing and marinades on the planet, hands down. Absolutely love their stuff. Check them out. Simper Savage, get you some. HMG Beverage, gotta give some love to our sister company. You know, we're gonna have another bourbon, I think, coming out this fall, so check it out for that. We got some amazing stuff happening with the beverage company. And like I said at the beginning of the show, if you're interested in our coffee, we have 4 blends that are available right now. And if you sign up for our monthly subscription before July 15th, we are going to send you a 1 pound bag of coffee, flavor your choice, for free with your order. What else? Short Mountain Distillery. If you are down in Central Tennessee this weekend, for the 4th of July, go stop out at Short Mountain. It's in Woodbury, Tennessee. It's about 20 minutes southeast of Murfreesboro and about 35 minutes south of Nashville. And Beautiful area, 400 acres. They got a good restaurant out there, and their drinks are even better. So go check it out. Take a tour of their distillery out there. Our buddy Brian, who's the head distiller out there, Marine Corps veteran, solid dude, great people out there. Go check it out. Have a lot of fun. 2A Republic, go check it out. Get a brand new T-shirt, black and white T-shirts. Support the 2A Republic. If you use discount code HMG, you'll get a percentage of your order off. That is it. That's all I got. Am I missing anything? Somebody tell me. I'm going to wait here about 30 seconds, see if anybody's got anything new. And that's it. It's 4th of July weekend. Remember, folks, stay safe out there. Be smart. Don't drink and drive. Have fun this weekend. Have fun this weekend. Spend time with your families if you get that opportunity. Get outside. Get outside. Put the phones down. Get off the computers, unless you're watching this show or listening to one of the shows on the network. But get outside this weekend. Get outside. Enjoy the weekend. Have fun. Be safe. I'm not seeing any other comments coming in. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off here so I can get these shows up in the comment section. You guys can come back and read about the shows and check them out over the weekend. Listen, happy Independence Day weekend to y'all. Be safe out there. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you guys next week.